What up? Today on Bangerz and Mash, we're going Primal with Far Cry Primal. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Alright, today Far Cry Primal was made by Ubisoft, released on February 23rd, 2016. It's a one-player action-adventure set in the Stone Age, supposed to be 10,000 BC, in a fictional place called Oros Valley in Central Europe. The game's an open world with all different kinds of animals to kill, plants and rocks to harvest, and there's like a leveling system with tons of skills to unlock. It adds a lot of variety to the game.
You play as a character, Takar. He's a Wenji tribesman who's left behind after his other tribesmen are killed during a mammoth hunt. Alone with nothing, Takar ends up finding a cave and a woman named Sayla, who is slicing ears off of dead people. Sayla informs you of a villain, Ul. He's a rival tribe and Udan leader who eventually attacks the Wenji tribe, and then you end up having to kill motherfuckers and take his ears as proof.
So to start off, for obvious reasons, there are no guns or vehicles in the game, and your character only speaks a caveman language. So it's, like I said, instead of guns, you rock weapons such as clubs, spears, bows, throwing shards, beehives, yes, motherfucking beehives, slings and shit like that. There's no in-game currency, so your weapons aren't bought. Instead, your character needs to go around finding items to craft them. Some of these items are like stones, wood, plants, animal skins, rare animal skins, shit like that.
Yeah, so you go around and you're hunting animals, you're killing other tribes people, you're finding new tribe specialists that unlock new skills while collecting. You collect for crafting. These items allow you to upgrade your weapons. You're upgrading your huts at your camp. The game features a day and night cycle. There isn't really dynamic weather. There is a little bit of snow. It's up north, but the north part is so small. It doesn't feel very Ice Age, 10,000 BC.
That being said, there is a cool system where your character does get cold, so when you're out north, you do have to get better clothing and stuff. So, you hunt animals to upgrade your clothing, so you can traverse the north terrains longer without the warmth. You get warmth from fires and caves. Fires can also be used to back off enemies in this game, like say you got a saber-toothed tiger or something. You can light it on fire. There's nothing more satisfying than lighting a woolly mammoth on fire, or lighting your way in the dark, even like in a cave. Some animals, such as wolves, they'll actually become more aggressive as hell at night. And, some of these animals actually include, quite a variety, like badgers, deers, dholes, warthogs, some cave lions, tigers. There's even woolly fucking rhinos, man. It was pretty cool. The water is a little weak. It only has bite fish and crocodiles. That I would like to have seen a little more water animals.
Takar gets an awesome ability to tame animals, all with different statistics, stealth, strength. You can eventually upgrade your character so he can ride his companions. There's nothing more satisfying than riding a saber-toothed tiger and smashing shit with a mammoth. Along with the Beastmaster skill, he has to get an owl. You get an owl as a companion. You kind of do the Far Cry, where it kind of circles, and you can mark all of your enemies.
You can drop beehives and shit on them. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it works like a drone. Anyways, the melee is one of the weaker parts of this game. Clubbing shit in the face is really fun and spearing them, but after clubbing your first few enemies, you do realize it's kind of generic in the battle department. Bow and shit is fun, no complaints there. Spear feels awesome. Like I said, feels satisfying jabbing someone in the brainstem with a spear. Or you can throw it like a javelin right to their nuts. I mean, it just doesn't leave a stab mark or anything, or any kind of blood wound. So it's kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a letdown. Like, I don't know.
There isn't as much gore as you expect.
Yeah. But I mean, slinging people in the face is fun. But I mean, it's kind of ineffective really. But it's okay.
So to follow the Far Cry weird sense, there's a shaman that drugs you, which is pretty fun. You go through some hallucinations. You kind of become like a spirit animal. You become a mammoth. You're like taking out hunters and you're, smashing shit up.
Rhinos and crap.
Yeah, there's for being a caveman game, there was really no expectations, but there's a lot to do in the game. There's a lot of things to find. It feels like a complete game. It doesn't feel broken. There was plenty of feces smearings, which was surprising. So what do you think about Far Cry Primal?
Well, the pros of the game is it looks good. It doesn't feel like the Far Cry format like a lot of people are saying. I mean, that's just bullshit. Taming shit is fun, like getting to ride around on your animals. I mean, it's satisfying. And there's definitely feces smearing in this game, and I mean, that right there is a plus one. I was expecting a lot of feces in this game, and we got feces. Some of the cons, though, are it's all subtitled, and I could see some people not really liking the caveman language thing. It might turn some people away. And like I said, clubbing shit's fun at first, but it really gets repetitive when it's the same, like, clubbing motion over and over again. So, I mean, initially I'll give this a 6 out of 10. For replay value, though, I'll give it a 1 out of 10. There really isn't much to go back to once you've played it.
Yeah, my pros would be, Stone Age is cool. It's, fresh, killing shit with caveman style, even with the melee weapons. It's fun, Character models are nice. The faces look good. Con would be the underutilizing the cold system. Although it's unique and cool, there's just not really enough of it. It's just a small part of the game. The storyline is weak. There's only about 13 main storyline missions. It's just fetching quests. I would rate the game about 6.5 out of 10. And for replay, same thing. I don't think I'd go back to it afterwards. It's about a 1.
This has been another episode of Bangerz and Mash. Feel free to donate any Boba Fett merchandise to us. And don't forget to subscribe, stay tuned, and fuck off.